have the Abarth 124 Spider. It's a 1.4 multi-air with a Garrett turbo and a massive air intake. Lightweight, around 1200 kilos, about 200 brake horsepower in this one as it's had some work done to it. It's got an LSD, it's lightweight, it's got the Alfa Romeo 4C injection kit, so it puts in a little bit more fuel into the car. Quite a nice, quick, nippy little car. So on top of the injector kit, we have a GFB DV plus diverter valve. We have a Euro Compulsion V4 carbon intake. It gets massive amounts of air into the engine. More air, more bang, quicker car. We've got a JF Automotive custom remap, including lifting the rev limiter. So it revs higher, it's more visceral at the higher end of the revs. It feels a lot more lively, a little bit more twitchy, more fun. We've got a factory Monza record exhaust with a baffle delete. Sounds mega. I'd imagine this car sounds epic around a track when you're fully on it. You've got a LSD from factory, it's only on 205 width tyres. Okay, stance could be better if that's the case, but the owner likes to drive this car. He's bought it to drive it. For a little 1.4, 200 brake horsepower, that's not that bad really. Little engine, quite a bit of power for it, pretty good. So, we have Sparco Trofeo 4 rims, looks very OEM. 4 lug nuts, nice and lightweight. The owner's gone for these rims to try and make it look a bit OEM, like he's almost made his own competition pack. From factory, you've got Brembo brakes. I think they're only twin pots, but he's got yellow stuff pads in them. It's got Nankang semi-slick tyres on it, so it's nice on the track, but still you can use it on the road, as he does tend to. Dogs get views.
Hello, mate. You right?
That's got to go in it. So one of the best things about this car is how quickly and easily you can throw up the roof and throw it back down again. So right now, if it started raining, one flap, lift that up, straight over your head, bring that down, clip it in. That's it, solid, sorted. And if you want to put it back down, same thing, got a little catch there, you put it back, whole thing goes down, and you clip it in place. Didn't even have to get out my seat. What was that, 3-4 seconds?
Yeah, probably. In fact, that's actually quicker than it would be if it was electric.
100%. It's nice and easy to do, and if you were caught in a rainstorm, something like that, simple. So, getting in this can be a little bit of a haphazard. There's a little bit of a knack to it, but thankfully I'm quite small, nimble, and I'm fitting it very well. On the other hand, we're about to get a clip of James getting into it. That's going to be entertaining.
So unlike George, I'm not 5'2", I'm 6'2", so for me this is a bit more difficult. But these are pretty hard buckets, they're pretty narrow, so if you can get in this car without making noises, then you're either not old or you're very small. So the cabin's very tight in this, but that's quite a nice thing because you feel like the car surrounds you and it fits you very nicely, especially when you're on track. Everything's within reach. The Sparcos hold you in really nicely. The stock seats in these cars are so unsupportive, so I can see why that's been done. Other features that this owner has done, he has fitted a fire extinguisher for his track use, which is always good. I think it's probably a regulation on most tracks that you have a fire extinguisher. We've also got the extended paddles on top of the OEM ones. These are just stick-on ones. There's the 12 o'clock stripe, which is very big actually for standard. He's also changed the centre dial to a red background, which looks nice. The dogs like the Abarth 124 Spider.
I think they do. It's alright. Seating position, lovely. Love the 12 o'clock stitching. Obviously, when you're around a track, you always know where your centre is, which is always useful. Everything's nice and tight. Really love these seats and how well they fit me. I can understand why other people would not choose these specifically. But your vision's quite good. Your obstruction zones, there's not many blind spots. Your A-pillars are quite thin in comparison to a lot of modern cars, and the rake of the windscreen is not bad either. The mirrors have very good visibility out of them. And yeah, we've got a bit of Alcantara in here, which really finishes it nicely in comparison to its competitors like the Toyota GT86. Not as well equipped, not as nicely made, etc, etc. With a car like this, I suppose you want to hear it, don't you?